Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. Welcome to the White House, the People's House. We're glad you're here. Today we honor 4 outstanding NC2A championship teams. It's a great, I love this day in the White House. It's a chance to honor people who've worked hard, made right decisions with their lives, and served something greater than themselves, their team. So really glad you're here. I hope you're as excited about being here as I am as excited about receiving you. I first want to say thanks to Congresswoman Anna Eshoo for coming. I suspect you're here to support the mighty Stanford women's volleyball team. Ed Royce from California is here. He's a Cal State grad, Cal State Fullerton grad. And you like baseball? Well, yeah. All right, good. I'm glad Marie is with you. Welcome, Marie. I want to thank Mike Sodrell for coming. Mike, it's good to see you, sir. And your wife, Keita. Mike is from Indiana. He's here because of the men's soccer team. Right, Michael? Good. Glad you all are here. Milton Gordon's the president of Cal State Fullerton, and his wife, Dr. Margaret Falwell Gordon. I'm glad you all are here. Mike Freytag, the head coach, is with us. Mighty Indiana University, his wife, Renee, and his daughter, Hannah. Welcome. I appreciate Randy Waldrum, who's the head coach of the University of Notre Dame women's soccer team. Randy, it's good to see you, sir. I know your son is here as well. I appreciate George Horton, who's the baseball coach at Cal State Fullerton. I want to thank John Dunning, who's the head coach of the women's volleyball team at Stanford. I welcome his wife, Julie, and his daughter, Lauren. But most of all, I want to thank the players who are here. Good going, and congratulations. First team we honor is the Indiana men's soccer team. They are the champs for the 2nd year in a row. I kind of like that idea, back-to-back trips to the White House. Glad you all are back. And the championship game was pretty darn exciting, wasn't it? Game was tied after regulations, 20 minutes over overtime. It came down to penalty kicks. Congratulations, Coach. I want to congratulate you as well. Pretty good job for a rookie. One of the interesting things the coach made the decision on the back-to-back championship. He said if we win, the team can go ahead and shave his head. That's something we don't want to get started here in the White House. Interestingly enough, the team made an incredibly generous gesture. They purchased a water buffalo in Laura and my honor, and gave it to a family overseas so that the family could better make a living. And I want to thank you for that great act of generosity. Thank you all. It really does mean a lot. I want to welcome the Notre Dame women's soccer team. It's I think it helps a lot you got coaches from Texas. What do you think? Yeah. Anyway, what a great victory the women's team had as well. You beat UCLA on penalty kicks. I loved your slogan, like GOAT. Greatest of all time, in reference to your team. I appreciate you setting high standards and working hard. And congratulations on a job well done. And the Mighty Titans from Cal State Fullerton had a motto of their own. Their motto was, think how good it's going to feel. I didn't feel so good for the Longhorns. But I do want to congratulate you. I love baseball. I was telling the players that's my favorite sport of all. It's a hard game to play, and it's definitely a team game, and it's really hard to win the national championship in all sports. And this is a team that was like under 500 in your first 30 games or so, and then you went 32 out of 38 for the final stretch of the season. I really appreciate what Coach Horton said. He said about the championship victory, I still have chills. It's not from the cold water that was dropped on my head. You don't have much hair to protect your head anyway, but it's kind of a cheap shot, wasn't it? Guy's a pretty good coach, though. Good luck. I also want to welcome the Stanford women's volleyball team. I was telling the women from Stanford that I was just with Condoleezza Rice, former provost of Stanford University. I said, come by and welcome the homegirls, you know, come by. Come by and tell them good going for the second visit in 4 years to the White House. She said she had to meet with a leader from another nation, so she sends her best to you. I want to welcome you all back here. I appreciate the fact that you won 15 games in a row and you weren't supposed to win the championship. You know, sometimes they count you out of a race. A little too soon, right? But we're glad you're back, and I want to thank all the teams. I particularly want to thank all the teams, not only for being such good role models as you play your games, but also off the fields of play. And it's really important that you recognize that as champs, there's some person watching you, and some person trying to learn from you, and some person that whose life you can affect more than you know. And so when I'm told that the Indiana men's soccer team volunteer for youth soccer programs and go to schools encouraging people to make good choices in life, it heartens my soul. And I want to thank you all for doing that. You just don't know what it means to be a champion and have an 8th grade kid or a 7th grade kid hear from a star, you know, dude, make a good choice. Love a neighbor like you'd like to be loved yourself. And the Notre Dame women's soccer players volunteered at an after-school program. That's great. You know, it can't be a greater gift than to teach a child to read or to encourage a child to read. It's a lasting legacy. Frankly, it's more important than a sports trophy. And I want to thank you for doing that. I appreciate the Stanford women's volleyball players who read to children at local elementary schools and then help young girls learn the great value of being on a team sport through a volleyball clinic. Keep doing it. You know, not only as college students, but after you get out. It's one great way to serve our nation. And I appreciate the fact that the Cal State Fullerton players took time out of the World Series last year to go to the hospital and say something to somebody who hurts. What I'm telling you is you can be a champ on the field and you can be a champ off the field. You'll have a full life when you're able to say to yourself, I've really helped somebody in need. Congratulations for setting such a great example. Welcome to the White House. Maybe you'll be back next year. I'll be here to greet you if you come back. God bless.